Welcome to another A+ sim racing video. We're back in RaceRoom continuing the simulated driver career using the custom championships. We're using the FR3 Cup at round 7 Spa-Francorchamps, and we've qualified for position 3 on the grid. Quite happy with that. Just about ready to start the race here as the lights come on. Try and get some redemption from the last round. Lights out, here we go. Not the greatest start, losing a few positions right away. Well, 2 positions, gonna make that up here in the source. Try and go around the outside. And now we're in P2, it looks like. No one beside, so yeah, that's alright. Going into Eau Rouge and up Radiant for the first time. Cold tires. And I'm going to move off the race line, not to try and make a move, just going to try and get some clean air so I have more drag from the aero setup, so it helps brake a little bit easier because you got cold brakes right now. Closing that gap down through Pouan. Don't think I'm going to be able to make a move, but again, I'm going to move aside and get some clean air. And make a little bit of contact there, so I'm going to have to try and recover from that. Starting to fall behind a little bit. Still got some space behind. There's no one directly behind. I see in the mirrors. There's a gap. And now approaching the chicane for the first time. I'm going to go up the inside and try and outbrake them. Squeezing in front. A little bit of wheel spin there. Good recovery though, pulling out front.
You're leading.
So that was a decent first lap. Lost a few positions from a bad start and then made them up within the first... Well, made some of them up within the first turn and then up in P1 throughout the rest of the lap. Moving on here through Eau Rouge and Radiant once again, and now I'm going to be cutting the air down the Camel Straight.
Car left, clear left. The pit window opens in 1 minute.
Looking for some way to get by, and I keep on using the width of the track. I'm going to cover the inside here.
Sector 1 is yellow.
Oh, they were right on my tail. They had to back off quite a bit going into that left-hander.
Sector 1 is clear.
You can see they're falling behind just a little bit. You can see that in the left mirror. And now we're approaching the section where I fall behind. I need to find some ways to improve. Mostly the exit from this turn. I'm not carrying enough speed through there. You see he's getting bigger in my mirror. I had to fall back a little bit because he was running out of space, but he'll catch up again, I'm sure. I don't think it has to do with my setup in regards to how much aero and drag the car has. I think it's all about driver error coming into the chicane once again. And that was not good. Going too deep into the first section, having to be a little bit awkward through the rest of the chicane there, but I'm still in the front. Take a defensive line into the source at the start of the next lap. And that has worked well. They were not able to outbrake and set it around the outside.
10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
And once again, they've caught up really quick going up Radial. I'm not sure whether they're using 5th gear or whether they have a different gear ratio set up. But I am losing a lot of speed going up the hill. And then being the one to cut clean air on the Kemmel Street is not a good thing if you don't have good exit speed. And I lost traction and spun there. Being a little bit more aggressive on the throttle because I was under pressure and just couldn't hold it. So now I've got some work to do. But there's grass on my tires, so I can't be too aggressive trying to make that up here. I've got to be smart. Get the tires clean and warm again, and then try and move on. Pick off one driver at a time. Close that gap down nicely. Be in the draft here on this long, not straight, but it's a high-speed stretch. It's almost a straight. Having to stay right to the inside there to not give that driver any space to come up and pass. I see them in the mirrors looking for a way. Trying to make my car as wide as I can. Right down the middle of the track here. And that was okay. Close the gap right down with the car in front here.
New fastest lap for Yonkadala, 2:18.50.
Take the outside line because I'm pretty sure I can pass them on the outside here.
Still
not quite. Let's try and do a switch back. There's some pretty good exit speed, so this is going to be a tough battle. I'm going to give them just as much room as absolutely necessary. And looks like we touched wheels there a little bit. So I fell behind. They had an inside line on Eau Rouge, so I had to yield that.
Car left.
Try and make up for it here, coming into the cone. And now I'm in front.
Ahead is increasing. It's now 1.4. Sweet pass, mate. Okay, pit stop requested.
Getting a warning about the pit window closing, so I'm going to dive in at the end of this lap.
Sector 1 is clear.
And of course on the pit exit we'll see where we are compared to the other strategies, whether anyone's trying to undercut or if anyone else is staying out late. Of course, that's the reason why I added mandatory pit stops to this championship series, is just to spice things up a little bit. Obviously, the tires are going to last longer than the 15 minutes plus a lap that the race length is.
Box now, please. Box, box, box. The pit window closes in 2 minutes.
Defending against that driver behind now, trying to take up the whole width of the track again so they don't have a chance to get a line to pass. And, oh, a little bit of contact with the driver in front there, so I think that was driver 1-2, and then I would be in third here coming into the pit.
Is pitting.
Of course, that'll change if anyone is moving on with their lap and not pitting this lap. So the pit requirement is just the front two tires. Mandatory 5 seconds.
We're done. Go,
No reason to add any fuel. I think I'm even a little bit too heavy on the fuel.
Watch your mirrors. Stay behind the white line. Your rear brakes are cold,
Probably
mate.
an extra lap more than I need.
5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes left. Pit window closing in 1 minute. Okay.
But I would rather err on the side of caution. It's better to have a lap extra than a lap short. Because that extra pit stop would be detrimental. I can see in my mirror, driver coming up. They're now on the left side. I'm going to hold a defensive position here. And they are not able to outbrake me into Lacombe, so let's move on. Fair bit of a gap in front of me. I'm going to try and close that down as much as I can.
Keep pressure. Keep your exit speeds up. Alright, Captain Slot, you've got half your fuel left.
Coming up to the sector of the track where I fell behind a little bit. It's just this turn here. I need to carry more speed through this turn. That long stretch right after this turn here is going to be affected by how well your turn exit was. Once again, I'm trying to use the entire width of the track so the driver behind does not have a way to pass. Once again, going down the middle of the track to force them to choose either outside or a tight inside line. Close that gap down right nice here. I'll probably try and take a look on the outside here. They're going to be defensive. Right into the source, and I've already passed them before the apex. Are they going to come back for a switchback here? No, I can see them in my mirror. It looks like I'm just out in front now. But they are going to have the draft going down the Kemmel Straight, and that's a problem.
Ahead is increasing. It's now
they're slowly coming up. I'm going to try and take up this part of the track here and then go back over to the normal race line and get the best entry to Lacombe as I can. I'm going from the right side of the Kemmel Straight and then going back over to the left before the braking zone like that puts them in a position where they suddenly have more drag than they were expecting, so they lose that slipstream suddenly. So that affords me a little bit of leeway into the braking zone, and I was able to outbrake the AI in that spot anyway. So between those two things, I was pretty confident that I could take a normal race line into Lacombe. P1 and 2 fighting right in front of me there. I'm going to try and close that gap down, probably at the chicane, because they're getting away right here on this stretch, because once again, not carrying enough speed through that turn. I don't see anyone immediately behind me in the mirror. There's a bit of a gap. Don't have to worry about doing too much. So we'll just take the normal line into the chicane here. Run a little bit wide, but it has not decided to penalize me. I must have had just a little bit of rubber on the line.
P3, that lap was a 2:18.12. The guy behind has just done it on your right.
Down into turn 1, getting right close to the front 2, and I've made a move, and that sticks. Now in P2. And hopefully I can be close enough to get the slipstream off the lead here down the Kemmel Straight. It looks like P3 is right up on my tail. But as soon as they move out of the slipstream, they start falling behind, so I don't have to worry about them attacking here. Defensive position down here into this tight, I don't know whether you'd call it a hairpin. I don't think it's quite tight enough for a hairpin. But I forget the name of that turn, so I'm not going to say it. Down in the pool, I'm going to try and make a move on the outside, and I've run out of room, so try and switch back, and it's not worked. Not carrying enough speed. Trying to find a way by and make a move here on P1. Made a little bit of contact there, so I'll have to back out, and that's going to once again cost me a lot of top speed here on this stretch. I'm going to have to take a defensive position. I can see P3 coming up on the right side. Once again, I'm going to pinch off the inside line on that turn, run wide on the exit. Getting close once again to P1 here. Definitely going to try and make a move coming into the chicane. They're going defensive. I'm going to come up on the outside.
Clear right.
Give them enough room and take the inside on the exit and cut them off on the exit curb. Here we go. Crossing the start-finish line, going into turn 1 as we start the final lap of the race. Now I'm going to have to defend down the Kemmel Street. Everyone's going to have my slipstream. And I can see they're close behind in my mirror, so that is going to be a factor. The race is not won yet. Eau Rouge, Alfredillon, cresting the hill, and now we see how this plays out. If anyone gets a good enough run on me into the comb, it could make or break the race.
We're running on fumes, mate.
They're not close enough, so I'm going to go back and take the normal racing line. Having a peek in the mirror, I've got a good enough space here, so let's take the normal racing line once again. Oh, and they've had a better exit than I have, but I'm going to squeeze them off there in the left-hander, and they've fallen back just a little bit. I've got some comfort going down here in the quad. I take a risky move there and hit the curb to try and close the turn radius down a little bit, and it's paid off. Here is where I am concerned that they're going to catch up. Once again, taking a big bite of that curb on the inside. I think that was a mistake. I've lost a little bit of exit speed and they're catching up really quick. So once again, I am trying to stick to the inside line so they don't get a line to pass. Running wide to the exit curb. And I'm going to have to defend coming into the chicane here, forcing them to choose either the outside line or a very tight inside line, and it looks like that was good enough. And we've not spun coming out of the chicane, and that is that. Job done. Victory is mine.
Captain Slot, the great win. You deserved that today.
That felt good. Definitely needed that after the last round at Motorsport Arena Ossersleben, where not having knowledge of the track means that I don't have the confidence to try and push through some of the turns that I know you can carry more speed through. poor qualifying session, started near the back. So this definitely makes up for it, and hopefully that gives me enough points to get back in the lead of the championship with 1 round remaining. The difference is between last round and this round is Spa is one of the more popular tracks in sim racing, and I, like many of you, absolutely love lapping and racing at Spa, so the confidence level is just much higher on a track that you're comfortable with, where you know where you can push, where you need to be conservative, where it's easier to find out the places that you need to work on to improve. Compared to a track that you're not familiar with, you have no idea where the limit really is until you put the miles in. So that's the difference between Oschersleben and Spa-Francorchamps. And you can see the results just speak for themselves. But I definitely threw Oschersleben in the mix for this championship season because of that reason. And also just because I really enjoy it. So the next round will be the season finale for the FR3 Cup here, and it will be held at Imola. So that should be exciting. Another track that I'm reasonably confident on. Don't have as many miles as I do on this circuit here, but should be well enough to be an exciting race. I don't think I'm going to qualify on pole position, so I didn't on this race, so I'll probably qualify, say, P5 or 6 at Imola, and I'll have to fight for some points and maintain the championship lead. So let's see the results here, if my suspicions are true. If I am back in the lead by 16 points. So I was behind by 11. The 16 points isn't a lot, so it could go either way. If I don't get enough points and one of the rivals takes the lead and takes the win, then I could lose it. So having a look at the race results here, 217. So I'm happy with that. Overall, that was a really enjoyable race. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will join us next time for the final round at Imola.